Hey everybody, good morning. Welcome to another episode of Settled Out West OG. Um, we're just getting started here. This is only my second posting for the channel. I essentially am out here from the East Coast. I lived up in New Hampshire, and I came out and purchased about 15 and a half acres, 15.67 acres here in Socorro County, New Mexico. The first video I put up was while I was still out looking at this property and a bunch of other properties at the time. But this is the one I settled on. At this point, I want to go through just sort of vlogging the things that I'm going through and trying to get the property set up. You can kind of see it right behind me a little tiny bit. That guy. I bought a trailer, put that on the property. I haven't been out here in probably 3-4 weeks now. But before I left, I had started working on setting up a water source. I got the big white block of water container, filled it with water, started running a pump to it and everything, and then I got called back to the East Coast for some things. So back out here now. Hopefully I'll be posting a little bit more often. I have in the back of my truck here, you can't really see it yet, but you'll see it later on, solar panels. I purchased a whole solar panel array and the charger, 4 lithium batteries, and I'm hoping to never have to hear the sound of a generator again. But I'm just out here today for my first time, so I'm going to go and check everything out, make sure it's still in good condition, and probably in the next few days post another video of the solar install, putting on the panels and making sure the system's working and getting it all in the trailer set up and everything. Ultimately, I do want to actually build several structures here. I mean, I have 15 acres. There's plenty of room to build. So I'll be working on fencing and building permanent structures outside of this. But in the meantime, I want to make sure that I do have water. I'm working on septic with a guy from, his name is Jacob. I'll post it later. I don't remember what the company's name is. Getting them out here to do a septic system for a permanent structure. And yeah, so just that, water, power, lights, and off to the races from there. Like I said, today, I'm just getting in today. I'm super exhausted. I just drove across country. And what I wanted to touch on specifically was addressing. So that's one of the things that people don't really talk a lot about when you're looking at buying land off grid and having your own plot somewhere. 90% of the time, they don't come with an address at all. You just don't get an address. It's vacant land. It's been vacant for decades. Even before it was plotted out, or since it's been plotted out, it's been vacant, but it was never given an address. So the county has to come out and inspect and make sure you're really where you say you are, and that it's not just a vacant lot, that you have something there that's a livable structure before they'll even issue you an address. I thought that was the hard part. So then I did that. A lot of back and forth nitpicking from the county. Got my address here, and I didn't get mail. So then I go to the post office like, hey, what's going on? And they're like, oh, well, you need to send us a letter from the county. The county did say you got to send the letter anyway. So I go to the post office, I give them the letter, and they say, all right, so it'll be like a week before we can figure out where we're going to put this. And your mailbox is going to be over on Highway 60, which for reference is down the longest possible dirt road here to the absolute opposite side of this plot development that it is, Rio Grande Estates. And the entrance, so I use a back entrance to get in and out that takes me about 2 minutes to get back to civilization. Going that way, it's literally like a 15-minute ride down the worst dirt road I've ever had in my life. So I'm talking to them about, like, there should be something closer over here, and going back and forth about that, and they're just like, we'll see, we'll let you know. So ultimately, having an address here may not be at all convenient, but I guess we'll see how it works out, and I'll keep you guys posted. And at this point, I'm going to go in here and make sure that everything's working the way it should, so I can take a shower and get comfortable. And the little guy in the cage right there, that's Macho. We're going to let him out so he can roam and get comfortable with this new space. And I'll get back on and post with you guys later.